All right, now we're going to talk about the big fights, aka Bomb Squad. Anyway, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. Woo! So, based on my prediction video, you clearly saw I was on the fence. I said 52% Deontay Wilder, 48% chance for Joseph Parker. Because Deontay Wilder had been inactive for almost 2 years. The one fight he had, he knocked the guy out in the first, 40 seconds of the fight, which means he didn't have another fight since. Meanwhile, Joseph Parker had been extremely active and had like 3 or 4 fights this year, getting himself back after losing to Joe Joyce and the other fight, whichever the other one was. But anyway, it's a big deal because he's been active. He's been getting in better shape. You could see that when he was on the scales, when he was weighing in, when he was flexing. And he also had slightly the blueprint for how to beat Deontay Wilder. It actually was not the same as Fury, because Fury is taller than Wilder, so he's got more leverage. He can lean on him more, whereas Parker is smaller, so this exact same game plan wasn't going to work for Parker as what it worked for Fury, just because of the size difference. But I will say this, Deontay Wilder, he's not a good boxer. We've all known this. He doesn't have the best boxing skills, but he's got strong, hard punches. But if you can't land those punches, you can't win. So the dude pretty much lost every round. There was one of the judges, that basically gave every round to Parker. A couple of the judges gave Deontay a couple of rounds, but I actually think that they was being very generous. He basically lost every round. And should he retire? That's the thing. I'm going to say I don't think he should retire, but if he's not going to be active, then he needs to retire. Go ahead and watch what he says at the end of the fight.
I've done a great job with managing my money, investing, and I'm a happy fighter. You know what I'm saying? We go in here and do what we do, and we go home and leave and spread love to the family and all our loved ones, and on to the next. I'm a warrior, so I'll be back soon. And if not, then it's been an enjoyment. It's been a pleasure.
And he's very happy and he's smiling and he's not mad about losing. That's the thing. When you're highly competitive, you are mad about losing. When AJ lost to Usyk the second time, there's a reason he threw the belts in the trash. It's because he was furious. He'd gone through all that work, all that dedication to try and win the belts back, and he came up short. You're supposed to be mad. You're supposed to be angry. You're not supposed to be chill and talking about how you've done ayahuasca and how you're happy and you're just going to go home to the family.
I've done ayahuasca. I've been in rhythmia and done ayahuasca. I've found a lot of peace in my life. I found a lot of happiness in my life. I've been wearing this smile all week long, and I'm going to still wear it. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to wear my smile.
Yes, it's good that he didn't get injured. He took some huge punches from Joseph Parker, but you should be pissed that you did not win. Or you should be pissed that you lost every single round. There's something wrong with him in the fact that he was just kind of okay with it. And I think that's what happens when you've got so much money. But here's another thing. Just because Parker beat Wilder, it doesn't mean that AJ would just easily beat Wilder. I believe he would at this stage. But what I'm saying is, just because one person beats another, it doesn't mean somebody else can also beat him. Styles make fights. So it's not fair to say, oh, well, AJ beat Joseph Parker, so therefore he'll beat Wilder. Even when AJ beat Parker, he beat him on points. He didn't knock him out. So Joseph is a tough cookie. Bear in mind, Parker lost to Joe Joyce, and Joe Joyce got smashed by Zhang. And AJ beat Zhilei Zhang in the amateurs, in the Olympics, sorry. But it doesn't automatically mean that now Big Joe Joyce would be able to beat AJ. It doesn't work that way. So styles make fights, and that's why boxing, we need to beg with these guys. I hope the Saudi Arabians do it. These fighters all need to fight each other instead of dodging each other all the time. If the money is there, they're going to do the fights. And whenever somebody loses, like AJ or Parker, it doesn't mean it's the end of their career. It's not the end of Wilder just because he lost one fight. He lost to Fury and he's lost to Parker. That's it. He still can come back and have bounce back fight. I actually think that Wilder needs to fight Andy Ruiz. That would be a great fight because of where both of them are in their career. They need to fight the best. I'd like to see Wilder versus Dillian Whyte. That would be an awesome fight. Just to see where these guys are at. Then they can move up to contending for a title. But big up to Joseph Parker. He looked awesome. He followed the game plan. He didn't even really look like he was in a fight. He did a great job. And I'm really proud of him. I'm actually a big fan of Joseph Parker. So big entourage. I love the way he was moving and I loved his confidence in this fight. There's no reason for a rematch. He wants to move on and try and get some belts for himself too. So let's let that fly and let Deontay take some time and rest and get back in the ring and put some rounds in and see where he's at. But he needs to fight these top... Well, before I go, he needs to fight boxers in the top 10, the top 20. Look at me, real close. He needs to not pad his record anymore. Deontay Wilder's record, 43 wins and something crazy like 42 by knockout before he fought Joseph Parker. That's a crazy record. But when you realize that the caliber of fighter that he's been fighting has been way less than AJ, whereas Wilder has only fought Fury and then only just now Joseph Parker. And the first two fighters that he fought that's in the top 10, he lost to him. So his record is extremely padded, unlike AJ, who has beat Dillian Whyte, Klitschko, Otto Wallin, Joseph Parker. He's fought Usyk, who he lost to, but best of the best, right? And then he's also fought Brazil. He's also beat Povetkin. He's also beat Pulev. I mean, he's fought top of the top of the top for a very long time. Very underrated record. But yeah, anyway. Hopefully Wilder bounces back. I'm glad he's safe. Congrats to Joseph Parker. Guys, let me know what you think. Do you think that he lost every round? Or do you think he snuck some in? Or do you think he should retire at this point? See you in the next video.